Welcome to the Seasons of Singleness podcast. I am your hostess with the mostest, Tiffany Sneebros. Seasons of Singleness. Seasons of Singleness. Hey y'all, welcome back. And yes, I'm back to holding this microphone like a ghetto person. Because it just wouldn't stick to my shirt. And I couldn't mess up my tribute to Jimmy, So yeah. So boom, welcome back. welcome back. Thank you for coming back. I definitely do appreciate it. But yeah, let's hop right into the story of whatever's. So boom. I moved to the basement and I literally stayed on a sectional couch for 2 years. Like 2 years. Maybe 2 years. Because I moved in 2019. So maybe like a year and a half, but definitely on a sectional. Baby, definitely on a sectional. This was a place that we used to entertain. So if we had like a game or you know, whatever, we would entertain downstairs because we didn't have a TV in our living room. So that's where we would entertain guests. And of course, all of that stopped once I made a decision to move downstairs. And, we just had to come up with a compromise. So it was more so, okay, cool, I'll pay bills, whatever. You don't necessarily lose a person. Because his thing was, again, with that manipulative ass spirit, he can't afford the bills without me being there. Which worked for me because I needed a place to stay. Um, so yeah, it worked out. But and the only reason why I said it was manipulative was because the house that we lived in didn't have my name on it. So you got the mortgage without me. So yeah, don't act like you need me. I told y'all, I've been on a little bit about a lot of things, okay? And it is what it is. Um, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so the compromise was that, if I stayed there, then I would pay bills, whatever, which was fine. I had no problem with doing it. I had a full-time job at that time. I had a conversation with his mom, like, listen, because he and she had bought me a car a few years prior. And I know people probably like, bitch, you had a house and a car. What the fuck are you complaining about? Like, that's more than most bitches get. And I get that. While I totally understand, and I haven't had it since. But I'm laughing, but I'm dying on the inside. Oh my god. Okay. But like no. Haven't had it since, and I understand that it is rare to come by. Like, there aren't just a lot of men who are set on providing, right? But again, going back to what I didn't put lotion on. I'm sorry, and I'm scratching. Made me itch. I think I got a cut. But I put a lot, like I understand that, a lot of men just don't put a lot of emphasis on providing for women again, like they used to anyway. Not all men, I'll say, because there's some out there that be doing their thing, and y'all found them. Congratulations! Oh, where they are. Maybe, I always joke about me like curving my soulmate, and I probably did like a few times. But if you want to spend a buck, bae, I'm here. Ching. Um, but no. Uh, yeah. So I understand like there just aren't a lot of men that want to provide for women anymore, especially in those ways, unless we are married, we locked down, we clink clink, like I done provided something for you versus like having a kid or something like that. Versus like, nah, it's just us two and we just doing the damn thing. But yeah, I had a man that purchased a house and a car for me to be stable. And he provided a stable life for the both of us, which was dope. Um, did I agree with any of his methods to do that? Not really. But we had conversations about that too. But yeah, moving forward, there were just specific times where, again, like, okay, I get that this is a thing, but also understanding, like, I am not happy. I ain't happy. So I went to his mom to say that to her. We had a conversation, and I do understand. Like a lot of people say, I'm not gonna go talk to a man's mother because she birthed him. Baby, she birthed him. So like that your son ultimately is shit. Or sometimes you don't. I think because I aspire to have a man's son one day. And, I'm definitely going to be one of the mothers that's like, my son is, he can do no wrong in my eyes. But deep down, I'm going to know that my son ain't shit because his mama ain't shit. His daddy probably ain't shit either. Okay. Not my ex-boyfriend's mom, or dad, but me. Me, myself. I'm in here. But yeah, no. So I understand like the what's the word? I understand when people are reluctant to have conversations with their significant other's parents because it's like you are ultimately going to be on the side of your kid. But she wasn't. She was like, you know what? I get it. I totally understand. That's not what I want for y'all, but you're a woman at the end of the day, so it is what it is. Like I rock with you, I fuck with you, I love you. So that's not gonna change regardless of what the relationship brings or what it doesn't, or what it produces and what it doesn't. But I bought the car, we purchased the car, we got the car for you, so that's where it's staying. And I was like, okay, cool. I just wanted to let you know, like I didn't know if it was bought or, given on stipulations of us being together. So I just wanted to be honest in that light. Whatever. And we had that conversation and I left with a car. I mean, it was paid off. So why not? Right. So yeah. I left that conversation just letting her know that I would still keep up with not the car payments, the car insurance payments and everything else. So she was okay. I let her know that I would still be staying there until I kind of figured it out. And I had shitty credit. Shitty. Okay. When I say shitty, I mean shitty. I didn't have no, I did have credit cards in my name, but at that time I didn't have credit cards. So I had a repossession from years prior. I told y'all, your girl wasn't shit. Okay. Like I played around a lot. Um, and I lived this life of being in debt to a lot of people. And yeah, it caught up with me, and I couldn't necessarily do what I needed to do for myself, especially while in a relationship, because I was so focused on making sure that we were good. I would overdraft my accounts. I would pay for things so that he didn't necessarily have to, because again, he provided everything else. So it was like, all right, cool. I got this job. I was making pennies on the motherfucking dollar, but it was so useful. It was useful work. Uh, I am still reaping the benefits of that work to this day. Uh, but yeah, people, I'll say people get into the profession under the wrong pretenses. Like if you're not a head honcho, then you you playing around. Um, you playing around thinking that you're about to get paid working there or working for this particular uh lane of work or field of work, I should say. But yeah, it's purposeful. So there's that. And yeah, so like my little money was going towards what I needed to go towards. I was buying clothes. I was not necessarily like going on trips and stuff, but I did do like some tripping. Not as much as I do like currently, but certain things, were provided to me. I wasn't in school, so it wasn't like I had to pay for school or anything like that. Um, yeah, and then Texas was eating me the fuck up. So all that to say, I was in debt. My credit was fucked up. So I ain't nowhere to go, honestly. And it was just what it was. So I really had to compromise with all of these people to ensure that life could still continue the way that it was. So it wasn't necessarily that I was like I needed these people. Like ain't no other way to say it. Like I really needed these people. I needed to be there. I needed to do this. And again, like not really fully understanding that I had places to go. Like both of at this time, all of my parents were alive. Everybody was still alive and well. I did not want to go back to my biological mom's house because they're older. My mom will be 65 this year. What's this, 2024? She'll be 65 this year. And, just thinking about it, like I am in my early 20s. I be outside. Well, I was outside. There was a time where, I was at every happy hour, like damn near every week, with no money. Don't know. Would go in there, me and my best friend would put together, like, all right, girl, I got this. All right, cool. I got $20 here. Let's go. We outside, whatever, whatever. And child, be outside for real. Don't know how drinks got paid for or whatever, but we made it work. We made it work. My best friend had a car. I had a car. We was outside. I drive this time. You drive next. Cool. We out. But yeah. So I knew that, and even when I was in high school living with them, like that was always an issue. And I wasn't even outside then. Like I was working. But once I got to school, I was outside. So like I know going back home, like during because I lived on campus, so going back home during the off seasons of school or like holidays, was always a thing. Like, all right, I gotta make sure that I don't be outside all night, and if I am, I gotta make sure that I am outside. Like, let me find somewhere to stay because I'm not about to go back in the house and hear everybody's mouth about me coming in. And then we had a dog that was fucking crazy. So he barking while I'm trying to sneak in the house with this goddamn alarm. Like, it was a lot going on. So it's just like, nah, I don't want to do that. Like, I definitely don't want to do that. So I'm not doing that. And then, where I lived before was out in Bowie with my godmom. And that was cool because it was just us two. So she really didn't, not that she didn't care, but as long as I was being safe, like she was like, you good, you're an adult, like it is what it is. But that drive back and forth after a night or whatever, like ain't nobody got time for that. I don't want to do that. I work in Baltimore. Like, why? All my friends are in Baltimore. All the things that we do are in Baltimore. I don't want to drive from Bowie to Baltimore every day. Then that's literally, fun fact, literally the reason why I failed my 8 a.m. class, because it was like, damn, I can't do this. I can't make this commute.
Sure, Jan.
So yeah, it didn't make sense for me, honestly, to move. So the compromise happened, and I had to really just adhere to the compromise. And I did that for damn near 2 years. I really lived on somebody's couch because I was fearful of one, changing my schedule, letting go of a life that didn't serve me anyway. And we'll get into that. Um, and then, I feel like a part of me too was like, if I leave here, then it's really over. Like I'm really done. And although we weren't intimate with one another, like there was still some level of I gotta see what you're doing. I gotta be in the know of what's happening, whatever, whatever. And I didn't want to let that go. I can honestly say I didn't want to let that go. So I sat my black ass on that couch for 2 years.